Hi, it's Stephanie Everett for the Suburban Chateau, and welcome to day 18 of our countdown to Christmas. Today I'm going to be making some decoupage shell ornaments. This is a tradition that goes way back in the Laird side of my family, and we've made some shell ornaments. We all love the beach, and we've always come home with shells. Mom taught us how to decoupage, and I'm sure you've seen my other decoupaging videos, but these are just so simple but yet elegant. And they're going to be a really beautiful addition to the tree as well. So some glittery shell ornaments, and you can add all kinds of images, either from gift wrap or napkins or whatever. You can do just about anything that your creative heart wishes. Hi, it's Stephanie Everett from the Suburban Chateau, and today we're going to enjoy a little craft project together. We're going to be making beautiful shell ornaments. Now, when I was growing up, this is one of the crafts that we did at our house a lot. We always went to the Outer Banks of North Carolina every summer and camped and had just such a great time. Now, my mom owns several properties down there, and we go every single year with our families. So it's a tradition that has continued in our family. And we always used to go to where the fishermen brought in the catches of the day, the Fisherman's Wharf in the beautiful Wanchese, which is across the causeway, very close to Manteo, North Carolina, where that first lost colony was settled. And in Wanchese, you could see all of the different fishing boats come in, and they always had piles of shells. Recently, our family stopped, again, we always go every summer, we stopped at a little shell shop right as you're crossing the causeway from the Outer Banks back to the mainland, which is Manteo, North Carolina. And there's a wonderful little shell shop. It's the whale, I think it's Whalebone Shell Shop. It's right on the right-hand side of the causeway. I'll check on that title and we'll put a link in the description. But they always have beautiful shells for sale. Now, when we started out doing this, we got the shells in bulk, and they were oyster shells, and we had to clean them, and my poor dad had to sand the edges down. Nowadays, you can buy them all finished. And I think I made this one a couple of years ago, but we're gonna go from the beginning to the end on this project and just show you how beautiful these little shell ornaments are. And they can kind of remind you of your trips to the beach. I just purchased these shell ornaments in that Whalebone shell shop just this summer, and they were $1.50 each, but they're clean and they're ready to go. So that's kind of our jump off point. And they are a flat shell, so they're a little bit easy to work with. And what this is going to be is basically a simple decoupage project. You know how much I love decoupage and Mod Podge, and I can't wait to share it with you. So in order to complete this project, you're gonna need a few supplies. So let's go over that first. Number one is you are going to need some shells. And I do know that I got these in person so I could see the layout of the shell. And ironically, when we made the one I showed you at the very beginning, it is the exact same shell. So I must have been attracted to that shell a couple of years ago when we were in the very same shop. I believe it is an oyster shell, but it's been bleached, it's been clean, it's ready to go for a craft shop. You're also going to need a drill, and I just grabbed my husband's drill. We're going to put a hole in the shell so that we have a way to hang it onto the tree. So that's important. You're going to need Mod Podge, the wonderment of wonder Mod Podge. I know it's Mod Podge, and you're going to also need a nice brush to put your Mod Podge on with, and you're going to need some glitter. Glitter is fun, glitter is awesome. I'm going to be using, for our graphic, we're gonna be using some beautiful Christmas napkins that I found. I think that was a TJ Maxx purchase a few years ago. Here are some other ones that I grabbed that we could also use with a sort of a holly berry variation. And then I'm super excited. I found some Christmas stickers, which I think would work beautifully as well because they have adhesive right on them. So we're going to try a Christmas sticker as well today. And then you're going to need ribbon because you're going to need to make a hanger for your ornament. So you're going to make a simple ribbon hanger for your ornament. And always you need a good set of crafting scissors. So those are all the things you're going to need in order to make a successful ornament. Now, the very first step we're going to do is the most messy and the most difficult, and that is, of course, using the drill to create a hole in the top of your ornament. So we're going to grab the drill. I selected the size of drill bit that I thought would make the best hole for this. I am then going to angle the ornament down. I've got a little piece of wood here that I can drill into. And once you get going, it's not too hard, but you're trying not to, it's going the wrong direction, not to break the shell. So we're gonna try to make a hole. All right, and then just to get it out, I reversed it to get it out. And you have a hole in the shell. Now that we've got the holes drilled into all of the ornaments, and I believe I have 13 or 14 shells to do today, we're going to cut out some of the napkins to get some of the designs. The napkin I purchased, I really love it because it has a lot of vintage designs on it, and they are, on this napkin, they are vintage postage stamps, which I think is really, really pretty. And so I'm going to cut out a couple of stamps per each ornament. And some of them are going to have pictures, some of them have a graphic, but all a different design, and then it makes it so easy to decoupage right onto the ornament. Now, one thing I did notice as I was cutting the napkins is this is a 2-ply napkin. So I would recommend, I did get some of the second ply off on the things I cut, but since it's just one napkin, I'm gonna recommend that you try to get the whole 2-ply in one fell swoop, and I think that would be easier than trying to get them individually, so I might cut a few more off of the second one with just 1 ply. It's just gonna be easier to glue and work with the Mod Podge. And I'm gonna give it another go here, cut a few more of these out. Okay, so now I have quite a few of my postage stamps cut out, and we've got the ply removed, so it's ready to go here. And I'm gonna just start to apply Mod Podge and get a couple of these set up, and then it's glitter time, which means we're almost completed with the project. Now let me take you through one of these slowly because I had found out that it's easier to do the glitter and the Mod Podge at the same time. So I'm going to give it a thin layer of the Mod Podge, and then I'm going to apply all 3 of the stamp imprints. Then I'm going to go over it again. This one is kind of a Santa themed. It's Santa and kitties, 2 of my favorite things. And I'm finding that 3 stamps work well on the shells to get like a vignette made or created. I'm going to put Santa on this side and kitties in the middle because kitties are awesome. Just a little bit so he's not off the edge. And then go back with the Mod Podge, go over each design. And because they are single ply napkins, they are a little fragile. You have to be a little careful when you're working with them. But then I found, since I had the Mod Podge covering them, it just makes total sense to go to the glitter stage next. This is such an easy project. Oh my, these are great gifts. Okay, so I've got the Mod Podge covering Santa and the kitties. I made a little glitter station out of a box lid, and I'm gonna shake some glitter on this. And just sort of shake it around. And then dump off the extra into the box lid. And then that's gonna have to dry, but it's essentially, it's done, and it's gonna dry beautifully and clear. Okay, our last step in creating our beautiful shell ornaments is going to be creating that ribbon hanger. And this could not be more simple. How many times have you heard this during this Vlogmas? It could not be more simple. One of my favorite phrases. I'm just gonna cut off a length of ribbon, fold it in half. I'm gonna put a knot at the edge, just like you would with a gift tag or anything like that. Pull it through. And then we're gonna thread it through one of our ornaments, right through the hole. Pull on the ribbon coming through. And then you're going to loop it in through the loop and pull it tight. And then you have an automatic hanger. And that's the finished shell ornament. So I just shared with you a final look at our beautiful shell ornaments, all different types here. We have angels, different types of postage stamps. I love the one with the kitty and the Santa on it. I think that's really cute. I'll show you a couple close-ups of those. These are definitely crafts from other times, from the 70s. We did a lot with Mod Podge, kind of changed life back in the 70s, but we did a lot of things with these kinds of crafts. The other thing I would recommend is using a styrofoam ball. That's the other thing we used to use. We would use the napkins and the Mod Podge and the glitter and make styrofoam ball ornaments as well. They're just so simple, and I just love this kind of glue. It just really works well for any kind of project like this, and it's simple, dries fast. You can do it with kids. You don't need a lot of supplies in order to make this ornament. So that's the beauty of the shell ornament, and for us it reminds us of the Outer Banks as well. So I think a couple of these are going to go into our Christmas tree in the bedroom, kind of to remind us of our wonderful beach vacations. And I love the vintage style too of the postcards and all the glitter and those kind of things. So maybe you'll see this on my silver tree as we get to decorating. Thanks so much for joining me on day 18 of our countdown to Christmas. I hope you saw how easy those shell ornaments were to make, and maybe you'll consider giving them a try for this holiday season. Thanks for joining us on the Suburban Chateau.